Perspective, the lens through which we view our world, plays a vital role in our everyday lives. It's like wearing a pair of glasses. The lenses you choose can either help you see clearly or distort your vision. How you view your circumstances shape your reality. Now imagine standing before a colossal mountain. From one perspective, it can seem insurmountable, an impossible challenge. This mountain could symbolize various trials we face in life: financial struggles, health concerns, relationship issues. They loom large, casting shadows of doubt and fear. Oftentimes, you might find yourself talking to God about this mountain, describing its height, its steep slopes, its daunting presence. But instead of being overwhelmed, consider a shift in perspective. Instead of talking to God about the mountain, talk to the mountain about God. The mountain, as tall and vast as before, doesn't seem as daunting as before once you shift your perspective. This is key to moving mountains. Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move." Nothing will be impossible for you. In this shift, the mountain is no longer a representation of your problems, but rather a testament to the greatness of God. You are no longer focusing on the seemingly insurmountable challenge, but on the boundless power and wisdom of the divine. You're not denying the existence of the mountain, the trial or tribulation, but you're choosing to view it through a different lens. This shift of perspective, from problem-focused to solution-oriented, can make all the difference. It's not about ignoring the mountain, but rather acknowledging that there is a power greater than any obstacle we may face. Remember, perspective is the difference between being stuck at the base of the mountain, feeling overwhelmed, and climbing to the peak, feeling empowered. It's the difference between seeing a stumbling block or a stepping stone. So, how do you choose to see your mountain? Will you allow it to intimidate you, or will you use it as an opportunity to attest to the greatness of God? When we shift our perspective, we empower ourselves to overcome any mountain that stands in our way. Look at the biblical connection on perspective. Two biblical narratives that highlight the transformative power of a shifted viewpoint. This is how altering our perspective when faced with challenges results in victory. David confronts the towering giant, Goliath. To the rest of the Israelite army, Goliath was an insurmountable obstacle. Yet, David spoke to this mountainous adversary about God, his faith unyielding. He did not plead to God about Goliath. Instead, he declared, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." David's perspective was rooted in faith, and that faith led him to victory. The Apostle Paul encapsulated this beautifully in his letter to the Romans, stating, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" Take also the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. The walls of Jericho were formidable, a mountain of a challenge. Yet Joshua, following God's command, led the Israelites to march around the city for 7 days. They didn't cry out to God about the seemingly impervious walls, but instead, they spoke to the walls about the might of their God. On the 7th day, with a mighty shout, the walls crumbled. Again, it was a shift in perspective, a faith in God's power that led to triumph. These stories showcase the transformative power of perspective. They illustrate how faith in God can shift our focus from the size of our mountains to the might of our God. It's not about denying the existence of your challenges. It's about acknowledging that the God you serve is greater than any mountain you face. This essence lies in addressing the mountain about God rather than discussing the mountain with God. These biblical stories serve as timeless reminders of the power that lies in shifting our perspective. So, how can we apply this in our daily lives? Let's begin by understanding that shifting our perspective is not an overnight task. It's a journey, a process of unlearning and relearning. It's about training our minds to approach problems not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Firstly, it's essential to cultivate faith. Not just faith in a higher power, but also faith in ourselves. Believe that you have been equipped with all the necessary tools to conquer your mountains. The strength, the wisdom, the courage. It's all within you, waiting to be unleashed. Next, renew your mind with positive thinking. It's not about ignoring reality or being unrealistic. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on the positive aspects even in difficult situations. It's about nurturing hope and optimism. Remember, the lens through which we view our problems can either magnify or minimize them. Then, foster a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution. Ask yourself, what can I do to overcome this? This shift in focus not only empowers you, but also opens up a world of possibilities. It encourages you to take action, to face the mountain head-on. Also, practice patience and perseverance. Changing our perspective and moving mountains doesn't happen instantly. It's a journey filled with ups and downs. So be patient with yourself and persist in your efforts. In addition, surround yourself with positivity. Engage in uplifting conversations, read inspiring books, listen to motivational talks. The more you immerse yourself in positivity, the easier it becomes to maintain a positive perspective. Lastly, speak to your mountains. Declare your victory over them. Tell them that they cannot and will not defeat you. Speak words of faith, strength, and victory. Here are some declarations you can speak to your mountain. For financial challenges, financial abundance and prosperity flow into my life. All my financial needs are met more than I can ask, think, or imagine. Health-related challenges. God's healing power has restored my health and well-being. I am made in God's image, so I declare divine healing and restoration over my body. Relationship challenges. Harmony and reconciliation. Guide and heal my relationships. In faith, I declare love and understanding into my relationships. My bonds with others are mended and strengthened. Love and unity prevails. Love surrounds me. Remember, the mountain may be big, but our faith and perspective can make it movable. Personalize your declarations according to your specific circumstances and to express your unwavering belief in God's ability to help you overcome these challenges. It's one thing to hear these truths, but another to apply them to our own lives. The mountains you face may seem insurmountable, but when you speak to them about the greatness of God, they lose their power. Remember, it's not about the size of the obstacle in front of you, but the strength of the faith within you. As we face our own mountains, let's remember to talk to them about God, not to God about them. For when we shift our perspective, there's no mountain too big to move. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. This verse encourages us to find joy in our relationship with God, and as we align our desires with His will and purpose, He is faithful to grant us those desires. It's a reminder of God's love and provision for His children, emphasizing the importance of trust, faith, and delighting in His presence. While it doesn't promise that every fleeting wish will be granted, it does assure us that when our desires are in harmony with God's plan, He will fulfill them in His perfect time and way. Please leave a comment below and share your mountain-conquering declaration. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Keep speaking to your mountain. Thank you for watching.